punch. Okay, so pressure testing means like sparring. Stupid word for sparring. People say they want to see aikido done where like the person's not resisting. Go and spar somebody at an aikido thing. If you want to see something, go and check it out. It's telling that you don't go and actually check it out for yourself. People on the internet aren't serious. People in real life are serious. And it's weird when people go and check things out in real life, they don't post their results, but whatever. There's this idea that people who like are weak fighters have secrets. They don't want their enemy to know their secrets. I think of things like boxing. There's 4 basic punches. There's no real secrets. It's just the difference of skill. Guys with a lot of muscle, they don't really hide their secrets. And guys that are like not muscular, they hide their secrets because they need an advantage. 2 men, equally skilled, the stronger guy wins. So a martial art that's like for like weak people to defeat stronger people, they're going to keep their secrets. So they should probably like go to the gym and get bigger and get stronger. He said, I'd like to see if somebody resist something. And that's weird to me because that's easier said than done. Like, the guy's not resisting, maybe he doesn't know how to. Whatever technique was in question, how would you resist? Okay, here's a hint. To me, resistance means moving 180 degrees in the opposite direction. If I throw a punch and someone catches it, they're trying to pull me forward. Like this, my balance is broken. My foot comes forward, it catches me. I'm going to get in an arm bar like this. Punch, pulls me off, my heel's up. This is a floating technique. Uke, uki, uki, uki. So from here, could have me here. I have no balance. So I'm going to step forward because I don't have somebody to hold me. So here, pulls on here, here, and has me down. Punch, pulls me forward. Does this, wants to throw me at like an angle, like a 45-degree angle. So to resist, punch, grabs my wrist, he's trying to pull me forward. I'm leaning over my toes, my balance is broken. I want to avoid that, so punch, and he grabs me. He's pulling this way. Before he does it, I sense he's grabbed me. I'll pull this back. This is like a Nikio. Thinking there's about 3 moves here. Ikkyo, Shionagi, and Kaitanagi. Ikkyo would be this, knee overcommitted, so you step forward, you roll into this, you have the arm bar is Ikkyo. This, you pull his arm down, not so much like this and here, but here, roll his arm like this, then take it here with a big circle. Like here's his thumb. So punch, roll his arm here. Like there's a quarter circle. So 0 degrees, 90 degrees. Fully outstretched, and keep it outstretched and hold it here. Completely outstretched. Shio-nagi is something like this, and then cut down, and come up, and it's pointing this way. And this fancy thing comes around here. And guys like here, then here, is pushing in with his shoulder. He's taking it this way, then up and down. I'm going to show it a little bit different from more sharper angles. Throws a punch here. I'm not going to push and then come around. I've got his arm here. I'm entering this way, and he wants to pull his arm back. I'm just going to come around like this. I can do it one-handed. Second hand, come down. Well, with one hand, I'm guarding like this because there might be somebody else over there. He turns his hand like this, pulling down. He won't go down. Turn this way and take it this way. So here, he won't go down. Turn his hand this way, like it's this. The shoulder. Here, and this, like both hands, forehead, pivot. I got here, I'm cutting down, it won't go down like this, so I'm holding down here, turn this way, and then down. So here, turn this, and then go down. You're attacking the shoulder joint. There's different ways to do this where you attack the forearm, or the shoulder, or the elbow. So, dislocate at the elbow, that's a very wild one, that's more like jiu-jitsu. The upper arm, you're twisting, you're ripping the muscle off the arm. The shoulder, that's the pulling back. Maybe you can have a compound fracture. If it's this, that's gonna break the elbow. It comes up higher, the shoulder. I'm sorry, the muscles twist off and tear. The idea is to maim the person so they can't strike back. So like very fast and kind of like sloppy, not controlled. Like slap, grab, twist, bang, and like pressure, punch, smack, smack here, and then break. It's gonna dislocate the elbow. If there's some sort of resistance and he's struggling like this, his muscle is rotating this way, your force is rotating that way, it protects the elbow joint, it'll tear off his muscle. That's what happens when you use resistance. Try and take the person down and he's just blocking it somehow. You a wrist lock, it's attacking the shoulder, not the wrist. You're trying to pull. It's not like a small wrist circle. It's like here and pull. I mean, I guess you can call it a wrist lock. Grab my wrist, pull me forward. I wouldn't call that a wrist lock. It's a control. We're shaking hands, pull into a punch. That's what happened on that wrestler video I posted on my channel. Happened on another thing too. I can cover that too, actually. 3 things. So punch, pull, roll into armbar, aikido. Punch. 45. Get here. Pull back. Shio-nagi. You don't really have to come in like this. Going in like this is a mote. You need to get the person like that. You don't even have to go down. It's just throws a punch, slap, come up, you knock down. Hand is up guarding. You might hit with the other hand. You're guarding. You can strike him. You're holding his hand. You can strike him in the face, pull back like this, force him down. That's Shomen-ate. It's one of like Tamiki's 15 Randori. Punch, slap, knock, and I've got to strike, pull the arm straight, and take down. So like here, it's like this, pulls like this, hitting the face. The arm is here and then here. It's pulled like this. The head pulled like this. He's hitting like this. Balance is broken. This type of posture, you can push people down. Punch here, push down. So it's kind of forceful. And of course, if I don't get it, throwing a punch, parry, goes to grab, pulls away, I'm still guarding. I can come up, do like a reverse guillotine or something. The Aikido videos I see, the guy's maintaining a distance while I enter in. They say that's from Aikido Jiu-Jitsu. It's the only Aikido I was taught. Some Aikido Jiu-Jitsu looks very different than the regular Aikido, and some looks exactly the same. So it's not really the name, it's just more who does it. The names really don't mean much. If somebody says, here's the name of what they're doing, the name doesn't say anything. So here, go for the elbow. He wants to pull back. I've seen a guy and it's like, got the hand and he's pulling back and he come in like this, and grab the wrist like this and come down the elbow like this, and come up like this and go down. It's like a military style. It's not particularly skilled. It's kind of rough and it's kind of slow. Like if I had something bad like that, throws a punch, check, 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 strike, grab, dart in and out at deceptive angles. But I wouldn't be like it's one punch coming in. Block, 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 go to the side, go to the side, go to the side. So, said you want to see like the person resist. How would you resist? Someone's grabbing you, you're probably going to pull back like this. So let me see if I can get this right. Yeah, so this would be Shionagi. Kaitanagi. So let me do the Kaitanagi. Rotation throw, we're throwing this angle. Here, cut down. Get like this, push, attack the shoulder, goes that way. Sakyo, or Kote Hinari would be like this. This. You can do the wrist lock where you turn like this. If you're taller than the person, this works better. If you're shorter than the person, two hands on the forearm, grab like you grab the katana, hand, thrust, rising the sword, turning, cutting down. Like kind of same movement. So practicing sword strikes 100 times a day, put your sword away, you're walking down the street, the muscle memory throws like a hook, block, strike, grab, come up, twist, turn, up, force down. All the different variations of Sakyo, you're here and here, here and here, here and here, and twisting, almost like an Indian burn. Here, here, and coming up, turning, and yanking them down. Kind of like a rag doll. You grab, swing, swing. Here, cut, cut, cut. Big, powerful, big circle movements. It's not like a sword and it's like ching, 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 ching fencing. It's slash, slash, slash. Big, bold, big, bold, big, bold strokes. Up, down, horizontal. So you want to grab the person here, pull, pull, throw. Here, 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 here. You want to take them. You want to take them by force. inside their guard, grab, to this corner, turn, smash. You want to grab them, come down and pancake them on the ground. They're down on the ground. You want to get their arms, chicken wing. You want to put your knee, put it on the back of their neck, and have like a double arm breaker thing. Arms. So here, and here, move, put your arms there. Oh, I'm sorry, your knee there. If you were a cop, you'd probably put handcuffs on them. I'm not a cop. They're very much going to be very different than what I'm doing. Different objectives, different tools. Aikido is highly adaptable, so different people's stuff doesn't really look the same. Kaitanagi. Here, pulling back, you cut it down. You're holding, he wants to pull back. He goes like this. You step and get to the side of him. You hit him like this. So if he was throwing a punch, here, kind of like the showman but here he wants to pull back. We're struggling. Hand comes here, he wants to pull back. He wants to pull back. My hand's on top of his wrist or whatever. Cutting edge. Here or here or here. Anywhere you can get it is here. He's pulling back. Up underneath his arm. This hand strikes the neck, karate chop. Pushes down a guy's arm hooked. You just see the person. His fist. So here. Then like this, it's like a on the outside, over the top, on the inside. Here, cut down, his arms angled down. It's coming in, make contact, cut it down, slide, he's pulling back. Hook it, it's up like this. Use your other hand, strike the neck like this, hit, his arms like this, you hit the neck, you get him down like this. Inside block, down block, rising, karate chop, force down, turn, throw off. Or here and here, switch the hands, hold like this. This is from Sankyo. Spiral and take them down. Hold like this, hold like this. This turns hand, hold like this. You turn or you lean in or you hug, you'll dislocate his shoulder. If you take it down really fast, he'll dislocate his elbow. From the final position, it attacks the shoulder. So a wrist lock is maybe like phase 1. Wrist lock is like white belt. Elbow thing is like a blue belt. Shoulder thing is like a black belt. Anything in a black belt is considered like lethal. You're maiming somebody. Once the person's on the ground, you stomp him to death. If a guy on his back doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you run up and you football kick him in the nuts 4 times. Or you go stomp him in the groin. You do something like that. Or you run up and stomp on him. Or you double knee drop. If it's on the grass, you can double knee drop. If it's on the cement, sidewalk, you can't double knee drop because they'll move. That's not my best. It's not my best. I don't wrestle, so it's like that's like pro wrestling, like WWE, where they come down and they got the knee pads and you drop your knees and you got like the fist to punch them. In the UFC, they just like leg kick dude. The kickboxer, they'll just kick dude's legs and the guy will tap out. It hurt my knees. I used to practice that with like a piece of cardboard out here and drop knees and drop knees. The guy can roll away from it. So if he throws a punch, slap, grab, twist, break, pull him towards you, hand to chin, back of his head, snap his neck. Broken arm, broken neck. These are like black belt moves. These are like deadly moves. I'm not sure how you would resist this. Resistance means wrestling. Aikido is not wrestling. There's a bias towards wrestling. Wrestling is not a good martial art at all. Modern wrestling, Olympic wrestling, none of that. None of that is serious to me. That lost to like pretty much every martial art in UFC. Judo defeated it, BJJ defeated it. Wrestling's no good. Mixing all the different styles together, that's like spare people's feelings. UFC proved that wrestling doesn't work. But it was never really considered serious by black people. Black people like boxing. Wrestling is whoever's stronger. It's a test of strength. The stronger man will always win. It's not a skill. Whatever type of wrestling is in MMA, that's just street fighting. You don't take an MMA class to learn how to fight. You don't take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and say, I learned to fight. That's extremely preppy. That's not very credible. Martial arts is like two annoying things. No first attack. We learn to fight so we don't have to. That's not real fighting. Slap, grab, twist, break the neck. Slap, grab, twist, step, force down and pin, didn't break anything. That's being nice. Slap, grab, twist, slap, grab, twist. He wants to pull back. Well, he can't from here, but if he does here, this is Nikio. Then you just go to this, it'd be an arm bar with a wrist lock. Aikio is an arm bar. Nikio is an arm bar with a wrist lock. Anytime the wrist is like this, that's Nikio. Most martial arts, a lot of the stuff's the same, like 80%. Styles is what ruined karate. It's all the same. Different people study different things. They took what they wanted and left out what they didn't, and that became their style. What was good for them isn't necessarily good for somebody else. And what they left out because they didn't value it, that's actually what somebody else will really desperately need. The mistake was, since I don't need it, nobody needs it. I don't need women's self-defense, but women do. I don't need rape prevention, but women do. Of course, men are going to keep that out. That's not the threat they face. People are kind of selfish in that what matters to them, they elevate, and what matters to somebody else, they devalue. So that's not an honest. That's not scientific. There's something wrong about that. So, anyways. I could see this in karate, I could see this in kickboxing, I could see this in jiu-jitsu, I could see this in kung fu, I could see this in a bunch of things. Wing Chun. I could see this in wrestling as like, do this and this is the fucking, like that is the technique. Aikido is better than wrestling because Aikido, a small person can beat up a bigger person easily. Wrestling is bad because you absolutely have to be bigger. The only way they honestly achieve that is through steroids. So it's not their own personal skill, it's not their style, it's they take steroids. So yes, go to the gym and get big, but be natural. So shaking hands. He's trying to pull me, so let's shake hands. Shaking hands. I grab his hand so he can't escape. Maybe I step on his foot so he can't escape. Stepping on his foot. So we're holding hands. Angle's a little bit bad for that, but I'm holding his hand. We're shaking hands. Hey man, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to be rude. Let's just call this whole thing off. Let's not fight. I'll buy you a beer. Truce. Shake on it. And then we shake hands. I punch him and punch him and punch him. Or elbow him and elbow him. And I pull back a kaite to hit him. This is something like Aikido was something like, it only protects you if you're in danger of getting, your hand shook. Shaking hand, holding it, punching you in the face. There's a kung fu move that looks almost like a Rimanagi or Sokumen Rimanagi. shaking hands, and he's crushing it, death crush, and he's trying to do something bad. How would that be? Huh. Fancy. I don't understand Kung Fu. Shaking hands. I would think, ow, that hurts. Come in and pull down like this. Bop to the chin. Bop, come down, trying to pull away. It fails. He's pulling back. Come up with the energy. Push like this, pull like this, and throw like I'm some sort of side escape. What they did was something else. Shake hands. Okay, so you're crushing my hand. Enter and come up. Turn around. In Aikido, it's called Tenkai. I'm crushing his hand. He makes my arm do this. He's gonna spin underneath it. The Japanese love to do this. It's not really popular in America because when the guy's arm like this, you can choke him like that. I'm grabbing his arm, cutting up and turning around. Here's his right arm, I'm doing this. He can get me with his left arm and choke and pull me back and kill me. So they're thinking, sometimes when people do Aikido, they're not serious about fighting, it's just fun to do. This and up and turn and do-si-do. And I've got him in like, maybe a Sankyo. And he's in this type of like this, and it's twisted and shoved up, and I got him in this. Yank his arm down. So twist, hold one hand, yank and punch, pull him into the punch, come behind his neck, turn his arm like this, throw him to the ground. Want to be nice. Here, fake, and go here, cut his arm straight. Step back, drag, arm drag. Put him down gently. There's always a destructive version that Aikido Jiu-Jitsu would probably use. And there's always like a non-destructive version that Aikido would use. But if you resist, it's hard to do peaceful. You're trying to restrain them. They're moving weird. They're gonna like snap their shit up. That's what happens when they resist. It's designed that if you resist, it snaps up. And of course, there's people just really bad at Aikido. And then of course, there's like people who like pretend to be bad so that they don't give the secrets. We're a flower cult. We don't hurt anybody. This is serious. And then they misrepresent the art so that nobody wants to do it, so that their secrets are theirs. They have like an inferiority complex. They don't want to teach other people. They don't want, hey, I taught you, and here's like the wimps and the jocks come in. They don't want to teach the jocks because jocks, they're like stronger, more athletic, and they know the secrets. They'll beat up all the weak people. A nerd isn't going to teach jocks how to beat up nerds. I mean, get real. So, fear, apprehension. Jocks do things like judo. That's like a man's martial art. Girls do things like aikido. That's like a girl's martial art. Or Wing Chun. The only karate or the only kung fu I hear about is like Wing Chun, because like Bruce Lee. I only really look to like Shaolin Temple Kung Fu. I don't care about Wing Chun. I don't think it's very good. I see elements of Wing Chun in like every other martial art, but it's the thing with Aikido. Everything in Aikido works perfectly fine. It has this weird bias where there's a bunch of wimps in there. Same thing with Wing Chun. They're all skinny and like under 100 pounds. No, those people like get big. I weight train, I lift weights. I'll walk around at 170, 175. I'll look like Apollo Creed. Wing Chun is like they weigh like 115 pounds. Go on Instagram. Go look at Wing Chun fanatics. Go look at the dudes in there. And they do their stuff. I don't want to be in that group. They're like skinny as fuck. I don't want to be in with like the nerds that don't like athletic people. I don't want to be in with like the wimpy people. They're just negative towards my training. They can't keep up. And they have an inferiority complex. Now, the Shaolin Temple Kung Fu people, shit like Chinese Kempo up here, the karate I do down here, Wing Chun down here. Those Kempo people I'm scared of. Nobody else. No other style. I don't understand Kung Fu. I understand every other style except that. Because when I went to go and find Kung Fu, they took girl-ass Wing Chun and shoved it down my throat. Basically, they were trying to kill me. They were trying to teach me women's self-defense. And I ignored that shit. If you go into like a Aikido place and say you want to spar, they'll just say no because they're wimps and they don't spar. If you came into my place and asked me to spar, yeah. I'll just use it as a dummy bag. I'll just hit you and shit. I wouldn't care. How else are you supposed to learn? If I said wrestling doesn't work, it's probably going to take slamming me to the mat or something for me to like, yo, respect it. In wrestling, you grab. It's like, no one's going to grab you like that in the streets. I do Aikido, so if you grab me anywhere, grab my shoulder, grab this, grab that. If you grab my wrist, I'm going to grab your hand, turn your wrist and break it, left hook and knock you out. I'm going to knock your teeth out of your mouth and you'll be spitting blood. Here, maybe an uppercut. Here, one of those. Right hook. Grab me here, probably just break your arm. Then grab your head, put my knee into it. And all those things, maybe that even is in wrestling. And I'm probably sure that's in Wing Chun. Same moves, styles ruin martial arts, but same moves. This is where my group goes and we get like physically, aesthetically good looking. And this group, they look like girls. They told me in Japan that the only people who have muscles are gay bodybuilders. And the only people that would be interested in you are like gay men. And I keep hearing, to date a Japanese woman, you have to do all this stuff. You made your case, I'll never date a Japanese girl. I would never do something because someone tells me that's how to get girls. Because in my experience, it's not how you get girls. They're trying to like, yo, get in your head and make you weak. Go be a very weak man and then girls will like you. Here's the truth. All the women that I want to date would be sexually attracted to a man who has a lot of muscles. Women like muscles. Not some women. This word some is circumspect. That's a Weasley argument. So all the popular girls like that, but these 2 or 3 unpopular chicks don't. They're not desirable. Alpha chicks like alpha males. Muscles is alpha. Betas or gammas, they like betas or gammas. That's a fucked up lifestyle. That's loser talk. So bam. Shaking hands. Shaking hands. And oh, he's trying to crush my hand. Up like this. Turn, come on like this. Elbow to the ribs. Back fist to the face. Grab here. Sweep. Throw. I've seen that in Wing Chun. I've seen that in karate, but it was like a Kung Fu version. I can't really remember. Shaking hands. Up, down, and around like this, and the hand comes over. It wasn't like a back fist, but it was like this, and drop the elbow into their chest and take them down. And for the longest time, I was trying to figure a way to do that in Aikido, where they come down with the karate chop, right? And you knock it down to the head and get them leaning back like this. Their sternum, the bone. So it's coming with the chop, up, deflect, get him up like this. This hand isn't like in his back or behind him. I want to somehow switch like this. This is here, but I need to hold it here. What is Wing Chun? Chop, 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 chop. I can only kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 5, deliver the death blow. I need some sort of, he's like doing something very weird attack. Boom, out here. I can drop the elbow down like that and hit him like that. Like it's easier in Kung Fu. Shaking hands up and around, and the hand came up. Here, the hand came up. And you're brushing, and now you got them bent over like that. And now you can do your little Kung Fu stance and drop like that. It's like someone's bear hugging me. So I'm being bear hugged. Let's come up, get in between their hands, shoot up like this, break the grip, come up like this, elbow back, come up like this, here, like this. So grabbing the hands, try to pull it up, and I can't. Holding their hands, pull it to my chest, lean forward and break free of the grip. It's whatever. It's like someone's grabbing you, and you're like, pull and snap. Zip ties. You're trying to break it, doesn't work. It's like, snap. You come forward and down and snap, and it breaks. The grip, you come forward and here, but you lean forward. So it's like, I can't just like have my knee snap, 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 or snap, snap, it won't work. I have to swing up, and as my arms swing down, my knee comes up, same time, swinging down, swinging up, same time, bear hugged, swinging up, and he's gonna have it in tight like this. So holding someone, his arms are gonna go up like this. That's exaggeration. They're gonna go up like that. So that small 1 inch, a few inches, it goes up like this. You pull down and you put your chest into it, break the hold. Just doing this won't work. Just doing this won't work. But timing it in this so-called breath or whatever, timing and breathing it right. I use this to practice headbutting people, but it's actually supposed to be a hug escape. There was the bricks. I'd break bricks with my forehead that way. If I was having to headbutt somebody, if I was holding an opponent down, and I'd hit him in the back of the head or whatever. He's got a knife, I put my hands down, cut, my hands are garbage. Go like this, got his hands down, bang, bang, bang. I'd hit him 3 times, a knee in the groin. Hands are messed up, can't really grab. I go like this to his throat, this to the back of his neck, and I try to like scissor like this, knee strike him, trip and throw him. He's down, I'm cut and bleeding. I would stomp him to death. I'm not gonna lose, so. There was this video where it was like Mike Tyson doesn't understand aikido. Mike Tyson's holding the arms really tight like this. And the guy goes up like this. Mike Tyson's like, what is that? That's what I'm showing. Grab my hand. So up and turn around. While we're holding with this hand. It's a basic position in many martial arts. Aikido calls it tenkai. You're spinning underneath the person. In pro wrestling, I'm grabbing both your wrist, both hands. I come up and I turn around, and I've got your arm twisted. So up and around, you twist the person's arm like this. In wrestling, grab, up and around, arms twisted, pull it up and whip the arm. Whatever, it's a silly thing they do in wrestling. It's like fake. They like whip, and they jump on the mat. They pull it up, this, and they jump, and it makes a loud noise. It's that coming up and around underneath the person and getting a type of twist. Let's try karate. Throw a punch. Here, come down. Back fist punch, uppercut. Okay, so do it again. Here, guide it past you, the punch. So throw the punch. Here, grab. Elbow to the ribs. Trying to picture the opponent, how they be stepping so I can trip them. There's different things you do. So just throw the punch. Here, elbow. Here, punch. So I'll throw the thing. Here. I can do this and that, but I probably here. And I've got this. I'm really close. It's hard to joint lock. I'd have to throw the person. Another thing. So like throw the punch. Here, and I pull the arm, and now I pulled it too low, it's blocking that. This is where I come up, karate chop the throat, sweep, take them down, punch them while they're down. Here, here. And I have to sweep this leg, get him out here. Punch, 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 punch. Where'd the fireworks go? Anyways, grabs the wrist. Here, elbow to the face. Kind of flowery, kind of fruity, but that's what it is. Shake hands. Up here, and you get a person, you're shaking your arm, they come up like this, you can roll them into an arm bar. You can strike them in the face with your knee. You get them up here like this, you can attack the rib. Attack the neck. So shaking, and once the person's in this position, you roll into the arm bar and break his arm. You pull their head down and knee strike them. Up here like this, they can't really hit you. You go low, you elbow them in the ribs or in the solar plexus. You're kind of attacking from the side. Elbow. Like this, and it's like that. Well, here's a punch. Throws the punch. Goes this way, you strike him and strike him. Here's the punch, you grab it, pull him forward. Punch, you pull the arm down. Come in, elbow strike, the solar plexus, uppercut, back fist. And really, elbow, back fist. Here, I'm underneath. Working around, it's bad. Say I went this way. Face, elbow. Say he throws like, okay, so the left punch. Here, it's really gonna be, I guess I could go back fist in. But now I'm in like this. It's hard to do the uppercut because I have to pull back, drop down, and pop up. So there's three things, but really, here, grab, take down. Maybe like one thing. Throws a punch, slap, bam, broke his nose, grab his shirt, sweep his leg, take him down, punch. Because when you're coming in, you have this energy. I can use that to break his nose. I can use that to elbow his body. If I break his nose, it's easy to do the uppercut, but I'm in so close, it's easier to, instead of uppercutting him, back and come back, or back and drop it and come up. Here, I hit his face, grab his shoulder right here. Hit the face, grab the shoulder. Hit the face, come down and uppercut. Here, here. Here, grab, sweep, take down. I mean, you're doing extra little strikes before the takedown. It's not necessary. The takedown is more. The most effective thing I can think of is stomping someone on the head when they're on the ground. That will kill them. If you have no legal right to do this, the person dies. That is murder. The things I teach is in case like someone's trying to kill you. They have a weapon. Youngsters with guns are trying to rob you. And even if you give them the money, they'll still shoot you. They have problems. They don't like you. They're rude. I said that was fair play, and this kid called me sped. It means special ed. He's calling me retarded. I was watching Blade earlier, and the guy Frost, he goes to fight Whistler. They go into his like thing and break in. They grab the dude, they punch him, they beat him up, they throw him on the ground. They kick him savagely a whole bunch of times. And they just start stomping him a bunch of times. And it was a savage beatdown. That's not martial arts, that's street fighting. You can like see this in any 90s or 80s movie. They're not cheesy movies, it's reality. Martial arts, like, yo, modern sports martial arts is cheesy to me. You spend this really long time learning martial arts so that you use the least amount of damage to the person, because otherwise, untrained, you're just gonna fuck somebody up. They don't let me talk how I need to talk. Some people, some groups don't get it. They just want to do sports. I was reading this thing on Reddit. The guy won the fight and he's like, either he's a criminal or he's a thug or he's a pussy or he's a coward. If you win the fight, you're the winner. The guy that loses is the pussy. If you win the fight, you're the hero. The guy that loses, that's like the pussy. The guy that runs away, he's a coward. Basically, they're talking shit because you won the fight. These people are ass backwards. Their shit makes no fucking sense. So, I'm worried if you take martial arts, you'll think you'll know how to fight but not know how to do it. But if you don't train in martial arts, I have no fears whatsoever. Do not train in martial arts, nobody cares what the fuck you do. Train in martial arts, now they start questioning your ability. Oh, he does martial arts? Oh, that means he can't fight. Let me go and challenge him. That's what happens. I'm thinking maybe there's a group of people who really suck at martial arts and street fighting that are like maybe wimpy nerds that just like ran martial arts in the ground and had a big platform where they like made the shit look like a fucking joke. And that's why people have like the attitudes they have. Up and around and I came over, back fist, but instead pull like this, get him like this, and hit with the elbow. That's like Morihei's aikido kokyoho. I'm sorry, kokyanagi. Sokomi kokyanagi are what's it called? Yakyu, kokyanagi. Some people might call that Sokomi no Rimanagi. Some people might call it kokyanagi, yakyu. Just holding both my wrists. Come in like this, pull like this, and throw gently down like this. And it brushes up his chest and pushes him back. I'm holding his wrists. And he pulls like this and gets me like this, and then I go over. And it's this very gentle thing. The reason why they call it exercise in aikido is because it's not the actual technique. The actual technique is like, here's how to move your body, put in any type of strike, joint lock, or break you want to. Back in the day, people knew what fighting was. Let me hold your arm. Okay, so here's your arm. So no resistance and no movement, just give me your arm. I'm holding your wrist, I'm holding your arm, I'm twisting, it's an arm bar, I can break it, that's Ikkyo. Okay, class, so put out your fist, or he's gonna show this. So give me a punch. No, not like that. You attacked me wrong. Attack like this. Okay, here's your fist. No, your fist is pointing towards me, that's scary. Go like this. So punch like this, so that, this is what they do in Aikido. If you try to punch something like this, you'll break your wrist. So the punch, you stick it out like this, you go like this, and go like that, and make you have a fucking big punch. And it's a psychological thing, don't hit your teacher. Keto has a bunch of gay shit like that. The shit does work, but it's basically you're the punching bags. They just beat you up for 2 years. They said in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for the first 2 years you get your ass beat. Me? No. No, I did that in like 1 or 2 boot camps already. I'm not losing ever the fuck again. So, ew. Disgusting. Spit when I talk. So this is right at his chin. So here's a realistic punch. Boom. Takes the hand, puts it here, and does that. It's supposed to be straight so I can hit him. It's supposed to be aimed at his chin so I can knock him out. This is aimed at his chin. Changes the trajectory. Does like this. This is gay here. Okay, he's got me in an arm bar. The problem with that is you don't know how to catch the fist or how to set it up. Okay, so he throws a punch, slap the wrist, come up and grab the elbow. He pulls back. Here's his elbow, and he pulls back, you catch the wrist. The fist is like a knot. So we catch here, slides and catches. But when the person throws a punch, comes like this, you hit like this, it's like small slappy parrying things, and it's too much resistance. So throw the punch. It's coming, and I'm hitting this way and that way. It's knuckle to my palm. There's no way I can catch that. Unless I have bigger hands. If my opponent has really small hands, just throw the punch. And I catch like this, and I twist like this. That is a move in aikido. It's called mune ski. Catches the punch, goes like this, and tries to turn like this, and it's almost like a type of kotegishi wrist lock. I would never use that shit. Unless the person who's punching me has like, they're like 10 years old and they have like noodle arms. Only like the biggest people can use that against like the smallest people. And at that point, it's the same criticism I have against wrestling. I judge martial arts by their ability to, he's bigger and stronger than you, but you have superior skill. If it's just going to be whoever's stronger, then in judo they complain when the person scores a point and he only used force. He didn't use skill. Then all that's saying is they think it's better just to get big. It's like skill versus strength, you need both. What were you studying in wrestling? Just shoving people down and whatever. You're just like throwing your weight around. I mean, before MMA, people used to run up and football tackle people on the playground, take them down, and just start punching them. They turned that shit into a sport called ground and pound or MMA. I'm watching MMA and I'm like not seeing anything that really teaches me anything. I wouldn't watch that shit to learn how to fight, learn what works, or any of that shit. Because it's like street fighting with rules. It's not really martial arts to me. Asians know martial arts, Americans don't. What Americans are doing is street fighting and calling it martial arts because they hate Asians and they want to make everything American. It's a nationalistic thing. They have generic kickboxing with like street fighting. It's not the best quality. It's not a benchmark. If you don't know how to do that, and then you go to MMA to go and do that, the number one thing that like hurts people is their mindset, their mentality. You're a wimp who took MMA and think you're an ass kicker now. I doubt it. Anybody can learn martial arts if they have a brain. Having a brain means treating people fucked up and trying to hurt them in the fight. That's common sense. It's not that hard to figure out. Up, over like this, and he's going to hand pull this way, and go like this, and I do some type of throw, and he goes down. I forget what type of kokyo-nagi that's called. It's Yaku, kokyo-nagi, something or other. Grab both my hands, what is that? Rote, Dori. Katate Dori is one hand. Dori is grab the shoulder. Or as Muni Dori is grab the shoulder. Morote Uke is supporting block. Grab both my hands. Is that Morote Dori? There's different ways to call it. Morote Dori, I'm gonna say rotatory, but that may not be correct. Just grab both my hands. I enter, and this hand spirals up. This one spirals down. It's pulling him and then pushing him. So, and like throw. That's like that. Here's the jiu-jitsu version. He throws a punch, slap grab here, and throws him down, and that works. I've used that before. Purpose is slam him violently on the ground. He throws a punch like this, he gets like this, you slam him, the back of his head hits the ground and is fractured. Throw a punch, slap, grab, pull very fast, throw very fast, accelerating his skull to the ground, it will hit the ground and crack. If I try to do something like this, throw the punch, here, bop, he needs to be knocked out. But from this point, I can't do that throw anymore. I don't have the momentum. We collided and stopped. I can't throw him down. Aikido Jiu-Jitsu, where it punches to set up a throw, it makes the throw weaker. So that's why I'm saying it's unnecessary to do that strike. Aikido's like, here's a fake strike to distract. Like, they have a bunch of stupid shit they say. And hey, I don't know how to fight. You're telling me a weak way to fight. It's not so much delusional. It's the guys are wimps. Here's 1,000 pounds. Go and lift that really quick. Oh, you're not a power lifter? Like normal things for strongmen, they can't do. So there's like something wrong with the way they're built. If I'm going to hit somebody, Iken Hisatsu, he's knocked out or dead or whatever. I'm not going to hit him, then throw him. I'm going to hit him, he's dead. That's karate. That's true Budo. So throw the punch. Here, bam. So throw the punch. Here, bam. So I can come in like this. It's tricky. May not be able to get it. Then come off with the lunge punch. Kind of Kazami-suki. Throw the punch. Inside hook, pull, and punch. That's easier to intercept. Okay, so throw a punch. Here, this basically has me in Nikyo like this, but it's like this and it's weird. So let's try something else. Thud, thud. That won't knock him down. Throws a punch, I can knock it out the way and then hit him. It's kind of a stiff punch. It's a blend between a stiff and a speedy punch. Throw the other hand. My battery's about to die. I'm on 2%. I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna record the rest of this tomorrow.